Welcome to another episode of Reseller Evolution. I'm Scott.
I'm Carl.
How's it going, Carl?
Great.
Great.
Great. Yeah.
Going great.
No, it's good. It's going good.
Good.
Got a few eBay sales, so that's good.
Oh, nice.
Do you ever put up stuff that's like, I have no idea how much is going to go, and is it even to go? It's like one of those bobbleheads I bought from someone at the market, and they were just getting rid of it. Really,
Yeah.
They gave it to me for $5. I didn't even say the price, and it's like, I have no idea. There's no comps for this bobblehead, and it's like, oh, it sold for $40. So that's good for me for eBay. So I have a few sales. Like another one was like this little Wolverine toy that sold this morning
Was it a bobblehead of what?
of some sports person in Montreal. Alouettes? Is it the Alouettes?
Oh,
Is
so
that team?
football team?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, but I could find very little information, just like some random person. But I was happy that sold. Nice and easy to ship too, right?
Yeah. Huh.
And a Wolverine figure that it was kind of interesting. It's like one of those. It's not like old, but it seemed different. And I was talking to my friend Simon,
Yeah.
who sells at the market, and he just loves toys. And he said just by looking at that, I can tell it's a higher quality piece. So it was kind of interesting. That sold for $40. And this is just like a small little, 6-inch figure,
Yeah.
So there's good stuff.
Yeah, good.
Didn't do the flea market though. There was a wedding.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I still managed to sell a record somehow. It's funny, eh? Because like at the end of the day, I cover everything in plastic cloths.
Yeah.
And I do the whole front of the booth. Like I don't do the back. Even then, people will go in there and just buy stuff, and my friend Martin will deal with it for me. But it's funny, it doesn't stop people, eh? I've sold stuff where I swear they had to take the cover off and look underneath.
Yeah.
And they still buy stuff.
Oh, so, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I had no complaints about that. But yeah, I missed the market. I didn't miss not being it was kind of nice to have a day off.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I'm looking forward to it in a couple of days, but I get back into it. It's good.
Yeah. No, that's good. I don't know, like you had such a good, like you had a good rhythm going, you know what I mean? At the market, it was real. So hopefully, it continues.
Yeah, well, I was doing over $400. And I used to be happy if I did over 200, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. One of the flea markets here in Ottawa closed. Stittsville Flea Market.
Yeah,
we mentioned that last time.
Last week. Okay. I think Tina Max said.
Yeah, you're right. She did.
So any word on how that's going to affect your market?
Well, I bet you some of those people are looking for new places to sell.
Oh, so yeah, so they're going to be. So what would you rent them? Your booth?
Oh yeah. More? Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Hey?
Find the desperate people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's not. I like it. Like the difference, of course, is like that Morrisburg, McAfee flea market is an hour away, and Stittsville like just outside of Ottawa. Even might have encroached on it completely, which is why the land got sold, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be hard though if you get sold. Like, imagine having to move everything. Oh, like from your booth. Like, where would you put the stuff?
I had done that.
Oh, you have? That's right. I forgot about that. And you said you moved out early, and all the other people waited till the last second, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was a mad dash. Like everybody was like, it was crazy. But I knew it was coming, so I was out like a week ahead of time easily. Like, yeah. I'm not messing around here. But yeah. But I don't know. You just make it work, right? Like it's a big job, but one item at a time. You get it out. Obviously you're taking boxes out at a time, but I'm just saying you just pick up one item at a time, put it in a box, and take it out, and then eventually, your booth's clear. So.
Yeah,
but you also have cabinets and all sorts of shit.
It's the cabinets I'm worried about, not the everything else. Everything I can carry, like I can divide up enough that I can carry it out. It's the taking everything down. Like I'd have to hire a truck too. Do those moving trucks? The ones like the U-Hauls, right?
Yeah.
Do those come in automatic or are they standard only? Do you
No, they're
know?
all. I've never had a standard.
Oh,
They're
they're all automatic, eh?
all automatic. Yeah.
Okay, I always wondered about that. Like I could drive standard. I never liked doing it, to be honest. I'm not one of those like,
No,
like
no,
gear
no,
shift
no. They're
guys,
just
right? I could
yeah.
do it.
They're not like air brakes or anything like that. It's just
No,
it's just like driving a truck.
that
You
makes
just,
more sense. Yeah.
you just all you got to do is take a wider turn because you got a length. It's a little longer than a car and stuff, obviously, but
Okay.
they're honestly, dude, they're super easy to drive. Super easy. I've driven them 1,000 times. Like it's just like driving a truck. There's nothing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I obviously
Just
I never have. It was just a question I had the other week. I wonder how that works. Yeah.
you just use your mirrors a lot,
Yeah.
right?
And it
So
makes sense because like
yeah,
no one even drives standard
yeah,
who
yeah.
has
Nobody's
driving for a long time now. Like
dude. That's
generally.
like you're back in the '60s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like no, everything they do have gears for when you're like hauling heavy loads. You can put it into and it's just a button. But I
It's
never
like our
use.
automatics have that too, right? There
Yeah,
was like
my truck
drive and
has
then
everything.
something
Yeah,
else too, which I never used, right?
yeah, yeah. You never use it. Um, Unless you're hauling like for what you have in your booth, you wouldn't need it.
No, no.
It's like you'd have to be hauling like you know
Boat.
a lumber yard or
Yeah.
something. Something with like a lot of weight. But um, you I'm sure you'll still have your plush dogs. So I
My
mean,
wrinkle dogs.
yeah, your
Yeah.
wrinkle dogs. You'll
I got
just
1,000 more still. I've sold like 5 or
there's
6.
there's no weight there. You don't have to worry about
Oh
that.
my god.
Um, but not that you're gonna use one. I'm just saying you're saying if yours ever shut down, that's what you would have to do,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not shutting down or anything.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
My parents were asking me if like a booth opened up, would I take one? Like a antique booth?
yeah.
And to my surprise, my answer was like, I don't know. Because I don't know if I want a third venue. Like part of me
Well,
would be like, yeah, but part of me is
the
like, I don't want the extra place to source for, you know?
the antique booth thing is you said you were getting out of like you're not looking at doing antiques, but you'd have to
No, but when I mean antique place, they have comics and stuff like that too. It's not just like
okay, okay.
I don't think there's very many places that are just antiques anymore. Like
No, but you do have to have some antiques. Like at least like our venue is you have to have some antiques. You know what I mean? Like I guess there is guys that have records and VHS, but it is vintage and old. Like it's 70s and 80s. There's nostalgia.
yeah,
Um, but most of the people have a combination of antique and new. The problem with the antique, it's hard to find a true antique that's desired and cheap enough. Like you have to go out and source. Like I wouldn't
yeah,
be able to fill two booths up with just real good
it
antiques.
would be hard. Like
It would be hard to find at good prices.
yeah,
But I mix it up, right? And it's not there's nothing really like okay, there's a beer pong table, right? Like
right.
but most of the stuff is old. I just got it at a good price and I threw it in my booth. Nobody said nothing, but I don't think anybody really cares. It's fine. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking to what you were saying. Like there's like the old Ottawa antique market here,
yeah,
and that probably is more what you're talking about. Now I think about it, is more if it's going to be something that's going to be from the 70s and 60s and older, generally at that market.
yeah,
Like
or even 80s. But I mean,
yeah,
there is
or
some
80s.
90s toys like action figures and stuff like that. So
Like you won't see comics probably there, or even records probably
well,
not so much there. Yeah.
comics, I don't know. See, like
Well, modern comics is what I'm trying to say. Like
okay,
modern by being 90s and newer, right? Or even 80s.
yeah,
But honestly, I haven't been to that market in a long time because for one, I don't find the inventory change there a lot. But number two, you know how much they charge for rent in that place? It's like insane.
yeah.
Like $1,000 for a booth or something. Like I don't know how anyone makes money. there, but
Well,
obviously they do because it's been around there. It's been
you
there
have
forever.
to, yeah, you have to be able to be selling lots too, right? So,
Yeah.
like, I know Aberfoyle, they do two big shows a year, spring and fall, and guys are doing 7 to 10 grand a day. So there's only one day twice a year. You know what I mean? For them.
Yeah, those markets can be big. Like my friend Simon, who I mentioned already,
Yeah.
him and his dad actually went out to the Maritimes to do a show, 3 day show like that, and it's worth their time
Yeah. It's
because everyone goes to it. You know?
yeah. So if you're, I mean, still, it's not that expensive to
No, generally not. No.
compared to what your potential to make. But at the same time, your prices, what your items, they made a huge difference too, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, but to get back to what we are doing, like in the antique market, like it's hard to really just pin it down to things, but I think antiques still have to be in your booth. Like you don't want to every I can think of contradictions, so it's not a black and white rule. And I know you like black and white, Carl, but
You
it's
say that, but
but
I'm not gonna
it,
argue it. I'm gonna let that go. Just keep going.
no, but you like things kind
How
of
does
like.
that? Just keep going.
Am I wrong? You've said it before. I'm just
You
saying what you.
misinterpret things, but I just gonna let you go. I'm in a good mood. We're gonna just smile and just grin through it. Yes.
But okay, okay. Well, I'm not trying to pigeonhole you. I'm just saying that like there are elements where you might say this, but there might be exceptions to that rule. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, things like
Focus
dude,
on the
dude,
antique market.
dude. I'm cough. When I laugh and talk, I'm just getting this dry throat cough. So let me back up again. When you look at our age right now and what we consider an antique is 100 years old, but if you had an antique market, even in the 70s, things that were 50 years old were almost like we're getting close to Victorian age, and it's still not 100 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the 70s. So does like perception of antiques based on the 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 meaning of an antique like are a little bit different. You know what I mean? So if I get something from the 40s or even the 50s, I kind of consider that an antique. But if you want to follow the term of 100 years old, then it's definitely not an antique yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's technical. Like I've heard
But
100 years is usually what people say. Sometimes they say 80 years.
yeah,
I
I've heard
think
100 and
yeah, I've heard
and
100 mostly. But yeah, it doesn't really
so
matter. It's just like it's a kind of a it's old. Is it old?
but
Yeah.
if people want to buy their nostalgia, that's not what you're selling because those guys are done. They're dead. They're not buying if they are alive,
Antiques. Yeah.
right?
There's not too many
So
people who were playing with toys in the 20s who are still around, right?
yeah, so
Which would be antique.
that's what I'm saying. There's kind of like
Yeah.
but you definitely have to want to have old stuff in your booth too. So um, I don't know. I kind of I say it, but at the same time, there's a lot of it's very loose term. You know,
Yeah.
if you go into my booth, um, I think a lot of stuff is between 1980s, 1940s, 1930s, even.
Yeah.
So you know,
And mine's 1960s and newer.
yeah, because Art Deco, like that's kind of a term we throw around a lot, right? Or
Yeah.
Art Nouveau, um, but that's still not considered a true antique if you go by the 100 year thing, right?
Yeah, we
So
beat in the 20s. So
20s, 30s, right? So
yeah.
30s. Um,
I have none of that stuff except maybe for some jewelry.
yeah. Well, jewelry apparently that's kind of the in thing right now, especially for necklaces and stuff. Is
Well,
this is that era of
yeah,
um for costume jewelry?
yeah, it's costume jewelry I have. It's not even worth that much,
Yeah.
believe it or not. It's
But I
cool
mean,
stuff.
for a necklace or something for $20, like
Yeah, it's in that range. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
yeah.
You
It just
know,
seems funny for something that's 100, almost 100 years old, and it's like it's cool stuff. It's just like you like you just said, 20, $30 kind of thing, not 50, 100. That
yeah,
at least for the stuff I found. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, there is if you get certain brand names, like
oh, for sure. I'm
right.
talking about like you said, cosmetic, non-branded, not even like a maker's mark kind of stuff, just
Yeah.
generic.
So anyway, that's kind of it. I don't even know what started this conversation, but that's
Me
kind of
neither.
where it is. But I know I did good, and this is not an antique. But I discussed it last week about what one of the things I purchased, and in that bag was a Franklin Mint Harley Davidson pocket watch with a stand.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now they were going for 100 to 150 online, um, probably more so at 100. But I put it in my booth for $75 on Saturday of last week, and it sold yesterday for $75.
Nice.
Yeah, so that whole lot, that one item paid for that whole bunch of shit that I bought from that one thing, including the two chainsaws and the
Yeah,
Funko Pops and um, the draw knives and that chainsaw from World War II. And there was a bunch of stuff
yeah.
there. That one thing that I didn't even realize was in that bag until I
It's
got it
funny,
home
eh?
paid for it all. You know
I
what I mean?
love that stuff.
Yeah,
It's rare that I've come across it anymore, but it is nice when it's like the surprise, right?
yeah. It's like, yeah,
Surprise.
yeah. And it's funny. So that sold yesterday. Um, the booth's been doing great. It's above right now. It's trading above my expectations for the month,
Yep.
and the rest of the month there's like 11 days I think, counting today, and we're open 10 of the 11 days, so it should be a strong finish for the month too. So
Great.
that'll be good. Um, yeah. So there it is. Yeah. So I think it should be finish out strong. A fishing pole. It's vintage. It's probably from the 70s. I sold a fishing pole.
Hmm.
Again, not antique, but
Yeah.
vintage. I only got $15 for it, but dude, I've sold a few of them and they're just old fishing rods, right? So not even a reel, just a rod for $15, and he probably paid $10 for like 30 of them.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
grab them all, put them in a pile.
They're kind of awkward, eh? A little bit.
In what way? Like
Like, like you put them in a pile, but did you put them in like a container? Like, how do you keep them from just getting like falling over and stuff like that?
I leaned uh, probably about five of them against the wall,
Okay.
and I set another three or five. I guess there'd be five laying on this display counter glass thing. I think you've probably seen it at my booth before. It's quite long,
Yeah.
and it's that glass thing. And I just laid them on top, so you can still see what's in there, and then you can see the poles on top.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a bunch that are just laid into a corner. I don't know. It's not.
I tried leaning like baseball bats, but they kept falling over.
Well, there are. If you go out to yard sales, Carl.
And the
Well,
person across from me
you
gave
might.
me these little hooks. They're perfect for them.
Well,
That
sometimes
I
there's
could
these
screw them
round.
in.
There's round stands too,
Yeah.
and I passed up on them, and I'm going to buy one the next time I see one. But they're round stands. They could hold pole cues really even, but they're made for fishing poles. So they have a bigger round base and then a narrow one up top, and you just lean them in there,
Oh, that's
or
good
you
too.
set them in the holes, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to estate sales, because you won't hit yard sales,
I hate
you might.
estate sales even more than yard sales. But anyways, yes.
Okay, private picks. That's
That's
to me
private
is
picks. That's what I love. Yeah.
private picks, estates, and private picks to me are the same.
Yeah.
in your area, I know estate sales are run professionally. Here, it's just I just call them. They're selling the estate
Yes.
contents, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I
I'm
don't need anything.
actually going to a private pick on Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Nice.
Yeah, so um, so yeah, we'll see what we find there. They're downsizing, a couple in their 80s, and seemed really excited because I guess they got my name from someone, and I was working and they called me 3 times while I was at work.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, so I called them the next day, but I don't know. I'm not standing you up. I'm at work, dude. you know. Anyway, so that was good. He seemed pretty excited to have me come over and start buying some stuff. But
Any hint at what?
yeah, toys and oh, what did he say? Toy. He's had a couple things listed, but toys and something else. Someone that I know from like another vendor was there, but she deals specifically with just a certain stuff. So she's give him my she give him my name, saying that I deal more with this kind of stuff. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, so it's a bunch of vintage toys. I mean, they're in their 80s, so it's got to be, even if it's their kids, it's got to be like their
70s,
kids are probably my age or
80s.
older. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
70s or 80s probably.
yeah, and so I don't know what kind of toys that could be, but I'm assuming maybe he had a small collection or something like that. But even if it's their kids, it's going to be right in their good ballpark too, right? A lot of McDonald's figures. I got a lot of figures from over the weekend. I hit a place and I got a lot of little like Fred Flintstone, Bam Bam Pebbles, uh, Popeye olive oil, like a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
One, two, three, four, five, and I just put $5 to $10 on them. And I see five sold here for $5, but I know there was a couple which I think were the Fred Flintstones, and I put $10, and there was two of those. So that those things sold really quickly.
Nice. That's
Out of the
very
blue.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there were some good sales too, like a lunchbox with Shira.
Yeah.
Um,
Shira.
yeah, so it's like He-Man, kind of the female
Yep.
character that sometimes comes into the He-Man like genre, like
She had her own
world.
spin-off. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, $45 I put on it. There's no thermos, and
Yeah.
that sold, so that was good.
That's
I
what
just
makes me jealous a bit.
What's that?
Is you can just look up sales while as you're sitting here.
Yeah, and that sold on the 17th. Yeah, a collector carrying case. I'm still not sure what case that was, but $45 for it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think of some bigger sales, but there's a lot of sales. Oh, an oil painting for 165.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, uh, sold on the 16th. So Coleman Lantern, I got a bunch of them. They sell. I might be selling two a month. I think I've said one a month, but I think there was a couple that sold this month. Do you want to know some sales that eBay's still been doing okay since I haven't listed for like 3 months now.
Well, I shipped 2 things this week and then 3 more things shipped. That some tarot cards and just like nothing huge, but
I got 3 going out today. All three are, I don't know where they're going because they're international shipping.
oh, nice.
Uh, those insoles,
Yeah,
I'm selling a pair of those. What are they paying for them? If they're, I'm
I don't
assuming
even
to the
know.
U.S., but if they're going international shipping, like, dude, that's a
I it's crazy. It's
yeah.
so
You
expensive.
might as
Like
well go get brand new ones out of the store. I'm
I
thinking,
don't get it.
but the other one is Victoria Book. It is a book on poetic works of Mrs. Felicia
I assume you read that one first before you listed it.
from front to back,
Yeah,
every word.
I
Yeah,
knew it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a poet, and you wouldn't know it. Uh, anyways, this is an older one. It's a Victorian book. Very good shape. Has a really nice cover. It might just be used as a decor piece because it's got a beautiful cover on it. It's like it's like a it's like a blue, like an ocean blue,
Yeah.
like a nice blue with gold gilding on the cover, flowers, and
There's
then
some beautiful old books
yeah,
for
it's really
sure.
nice. It totally looks Victorian. $50 on that book,
Nice.
and then a pamphlet, Talladega 200 Motorcycle Classic Speedway, 1970 pamphlet, and I got $26.95. So I must have given them a bit of a discount on that one. Like maybe it was $30, and I put 10 or something off, 15%. But yeah, so
Nice.
yeah, so there you go. That's just going out today, Carl. But I had some good sales. I sold another VHS tape,
No.
$85.
Screw
I
off. Really?
I sold three uh, toy soldiers.
Oh, well, that I expect. Yeah.
One for 130, one for 100, and one for 122.47. I sold another book for $36. So yeah.
I sold one of those little trophies, the NHL trophies.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I got $20 for it. That's fine, right?
yeah. I mean,
I have another one I have right here to list too, so it's kind of convenient.
well, I have mine for $5 on the booth. If you want to buy them for $5 and sell them for 20.
I have mine at 8. Someone else in the market has them for 7.
Oh, so you're gonna put yours to 6?
No, no, it's all good. I don't really
I,
care.
I just put them for $5 because if I put any higher on it, they just don't go for me. Out
I
of the booth, out of the booth.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm
I put
trying.
five bucks
And
on
I'm
it.
talking about the booth too, right? This one that sold on eBay
Yeah.
is slightly different, which is why I had it on eBay.
Okay.
But it was the only one's kind of worth putting on eBay, and even at $20, that's just for me barely worth putting on eBay.
Yeah.
Uh, so,
But the VHS tape
oh yeah,
phenomena is real.
yeah, screw that. I don't believe it, despite how many times
1980,
it's been proven to me.
1980 VHS Alligator. Lightning video release. Giant sewer gator 80s horror. That's my title.
Nice,
Yeah.
$80, eh?
85 plus $10
Oh,
shipping.
excuse me, 85.
So basically $95 plus comes out to $109.17 when you put taxes and everything on there.
There's people with money out there who are wanting to buy that stuff.
Yeah, and I think this one went to Montreal. Let me just see. Which is good. Like I like to see Canadians buying this stuff. Most of them, yeah, Montreal went to Montreal.
Yeah, well, for me that's 2 hours away, so usually it's a fairly cheap shipping too.
Yeah, it's shipping was fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like shipping to Montreal. It's always or Quebec. Like, well, northern Quebec is can get you in trouble too.
yeah, I had that happen once,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
know.
generally Quebec is going to be Trois Rivières or Montreal or Quebec City sometimes,
Yeah,
but a lot of Montreal.
yeah. But one went up to north. It was a 3-pronged, steel hand forged, uh, like 3-prong hook, but it was like a big, big one,
Of course,
and it was like, oh my god, like I don't even know. It was just, it was so expensive, but I think I had like $15 shipping, and it was
of
like
course,
$40 or
yeah.
$60 or something
You
like
do that
that.
once or twice, you learn the hard
Yeah,
way.
yeah. But anyway,
I haven't had something nasty in a while though,
yeah.
but
Dude, that was probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm still remembering
yeah,
it.
yeah. He's well, good. He's a lesson learned, right?
It still hurts. Like
Yeah.
I wake up in sweats at night, like, oh my
That
god,
sucks.
the hook.
I
But
paid that guy to buy it.
yeah, basically. Again, I didn't have much into it, so it's you make your money on the buy, not the sell.
Well, it's hard to make up $30 extra shipping.
Holy cripes!
And you
And
pay the fees on that. That's the horrible thing too, right?
yeah, I remember I didn't lose money, shockingly, but I'm sure I didn't make much either. But
Like I know you've talked about it too, like that sometimes you'll discount the shipping a little tiny bit, just to get the sale.
I
No.
used to do that a lot to the U.S., but the
Yeah.
U.S. was for the most part pretty cheap to ship.
A lot of
But
the times for me, it used to be cheaper to ship to
yeah,
the United States, but
yeah.
not anymore.
Um, so uh, if it cost 15, I'd still put 10 for shipping. I mean, you know, most of my stuff I'm listing over $30 for sure, but even
Yeah.
to say most of it was over $50, if you got $5 into it, you eat $5 just, because you can't really change everything. You kind of have a listing, and then you got to set your shipping accordingly. And if all your sale, like 85% of your sales is the US, you want to give them a little bit more incentive to buy. You don't mind eating that extra $5, right? So, and it was never really a true five. It might have been $14, or you know
Yeah.
what I mean, or $11 or something. But it was
I
definitely,
find it's less predictable now than it used to be for shipping to the
yeah.
United States. It's
Well,
a
Canada
variant.
Post, like, probably the US has increased. If I remember hearing correctly, some of the YouTubers talking about it, or the thumbnails, that they're increased shipping or something.
Uh,
But the combination of the two countries probably increased, just with gas price and everything. I think we've increased the cost of shipping. Whoever or whatever the reason, it has gone up.
oh, for sure. And I think losing the discount on eBay to United States hurt a lot. It's hard to tell because, like, with
Did
Canada
we
Post
lose?
right
Did we lose the discount?
to
Oh,
United
I
States,
guess you do, right? Because you're
yeah,
shipping it.
with
For,
Canada Post directly instead of through
yeah,
eBay. And I think even with the level 4 discount with Canada Post that we have right now, it's still not as good as that deal that eBay made. I don't think. I don't have
no,
any numbers to back me up. It's just my feeling
I think you're right.
because it didn't used to cost me $21 to ship a magazine. There's no
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
So I don't know, but I was ranting to my parents a bit last night about Canada Post. They made a mistake of asking a question, and then I got angry for a while. But
Well,
yeah. Anyways, I had a couple more. So remember I mentioned the private picks I had. So one was heavy metal magazines that hadn't
yep.
gone through, so that went through.
Okay.
So that was good. That was local too. And then another one that was interesting to me was My Little Pony collection. My
Okay.
Little Pony,
Yep.
and that went very smoothly. I got negotiated and done within 2 days at most, I think. So I went over there and picked them up, and I asked them, well, how did you hear about me, right?
Yeah.
Because usually it's either through the website or through my business card, right? And I know usually which one it is, not all the time.
Yeah.
So I asked them, and she said, actually, I used ChatGPT and asked and mentioned your site, and so that was a new one to me.
Huh.
Uh, like I saw like on my website, right? I can check the stats of where people are coming from, and it does mention like if it was Google or direct. Direct would be like they type in the carlbuys.com, right?
Yeah.
But one of them was like it said referral, and one said chat GPT or AI or something, right? And I was like, oh, that was like I saw it, but I wasn't sure what that meant. And this was very interesting to me that they actually like they typed into chat GPT, where do I sell my little pony, and actually showed my site.
So is it because they're near you and it took that into consideration?
Well, they said in Ottawa, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So uh when I got home, I went on to chat GPT and I asked it, right? I said, this came through a recommendation from you. And it said, well, it didn't recommend me because I talked to it about reselling in Ottawa. It said it had nothing to do with that. It's because I used ChatGPT to make my website, which made it
Oh,
so ChatGPT could read my website easily.
I don't know if
And
that's something you should be giving out to the general public. That's something
well,
we should. It's out there
see,
now.
it's out there now. If you hear it,
Yeah.
hot tip,
Yeah,
hot tip.
everybody's gonna come and destroy you. They're gonna come and
Well,
do
go
the
ahead.
same.
It's too late. Corner the market. So, but it was interesting, right? Like,
Yeah.
uh, and like I've said before, and this was like, and the nice thing about the My Little Pony is this is yet another private pick. So I've had like 5 of them in 2 weeks without doing any work, and 4 of them worked out. And who knows with that 5th one, they might come back. So,
Huh.
yeah, no, it's good. The other thing that was you're going to go like, what? I will never use that. But
Okay.
the other cool thing for me
Yeah.
is it produced a calculator within 15 minutes for me
Dude,
to.
I would use that every single day of my life.
Oh
What do
yeah, you tell me
yeah.
why since I haven't even discussed it yet. You just
Okay.
I'll sit here and listen.
Because you said I would. Go ahead, Carl.
So I'm not saying I would use it all the time, but it was kind of interesting, right? Where it made a calculator and what's a good example? My Little Pony. So I use it for the My Little Pony, right?
Yeah.
And for My Little Pony, most of them are going to sell between, let's say 10 to $20 at
Okay.
the booth, right? And then there's a couple in the collection that are going to sell like over 80, 60 to 100, kind of that kind of range, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're different because it goes on eBay. You know what I mean? So it's a different category. So what this allowed me to do is put in like for My Little Pony, they don't sell that well. For me, they're slow seller.
Okay.
So I can actually put that in the turnover rate.
Yeah.
But on eBay, I know they go a lot faster because it's the bigger market, right? But I'm only ever going to do that with the more expensive ones. So I could separate, and this is very clear, very easily. I separate them into two different categories,
Okay.
and it does this for me by just clicking add and just some basic information. And I can change the turnover rate for the two because on eBay, things are going to, for every 4 My Little Ponies online, 3 of them are going to sell at least, right? So 75%. Where if I put in the booth, I'm lucky if 1 out of 2 sell. Like some will just like within a year, it's talking about, right? So it can take all that into consideration, including the fees that I had to pay on those different things. And this is the thing that took me a little, he's smiling, but he's still listening.
I'm listening.
One thing that took a little while for me to wrap my head around is you can put the cost of your labor into the calculator, right? And so for each of those eBay and for the booth, you can put in how many hours of work that is. So for the ones that go in the booth, right, there's very little work because basically I'm just cleaning them. I'm even probably putting the same price on all of them and putting them in the booth. There's very, an hour's work at most, even for like the 15 of them I have or whatever, right?
Right.
But the My Little Ponies that go online, I'm obviously putting more work into because I have to clean them, I have to list them, and I have to pack them, right? So there's more work.
Yeah.
But you can put all that in there by just saying how many hours you can think it's going to take. But then another part, you put in how much you want to make per hour, and it'll actually take that out of how much you're going to offer, and then actually has some suggestions for offer amounts. Anyways, I'm not saying I would use this all the time, but it was kind of cool seeing all the numbers I've talked about in a calculator. And there's some other stuff I'm not even mentioning, right? With like risk and stuff like that. Cool.
I asked ChatGPT a question too.
I mean, here we go. Here's where it's like he hasn't been listening. He's just going to say some smart ass remark. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I said, Mr. ChatGPT, how do you take the fun out of reselling?
Yeah.
They said, use us as a calculator.
You do you, I do me.
And I'm like, okay, let's try it. And I'm like, you're right. This isn't fun.
This was fun for me. I liked it. I hope this streak of private, like they're not private picks like the one you're talking about, like because like you're going to that house, right, and you're gonna look around.
I'm gonna look around, and I was gonna. That's a comment I was gonna put when you were done your uh, talking about your My Little Ponies. You made because you said you it took a couple days, but you come to an agreement, and I'm like, my question would be to you: when you got there, did you ask if they had other stuff? Did you ask if there's like I throw this out. Do you have any pocket knives, men's old watches, or jewelry? And I asked for those things.
We did talk about it a bit. They
Okay.
had a couple of things there, but there wasn't really like there was a couple of bobbleheads,
Yeah.
ironically,
Yeah.
but they weren't. They were very generic, right? And I just didn't feel like buying them
Okay.
because I didn't want them.
Because they might also say, no, we don't have any of those. And I'll throw in like, well, what about like old paintings, like original paintings, like just old paintings, and it kind of like or you like or any vintage clothing that you might you know, and it throws it out there. Um, and it can work two different ways. First of all, the main way is because you're hoping they say yes, or they, well, I have these, or it gets into a conversation. Or down the road, when this stuff does pop up, they're gonna, oh, Carl was here and he was asking for this stuff, and so they might call you back in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I have gone back to some places and done a
Well,
second and third buy.
yeah.
Skip
So,
the
but
third.
I'm just wondering if you, I'm just the question was, did you ask if they had other stuff?
I did a little bit, but
Okay.
not a lot because I am really when I go to a grocery store,
Yeah.
I buy what's on the list and then I go home.
Yeah. Well, I don't go to grocery stores. Steph does that, but
You know what I mean, though. I'm very targeted on the item.
well, what if they say, "Oh, I got my grandmother's jewelry box here. You can have it for $20," and you open it up, it's all gold. You just missed out, dude.
That's true.
Right? Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
we got a box of old paintings. They look like a kid did it. And you get it home and it's Maud Lewis. Like,
Yeah.
right? Like, you don't want to miss that opportunity.
No,
Because sometimes those scores can be bigger than the one that you went there for.
I agree.
Because
Yeah.
they have, oh, My Little Ponies. I saw that on YouTube that some of these can be worth money, but nobody talked to them about, you know, something else. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
you can
I
paint
agree.
anything.
I agree.
So,
I give my business cards, right? And I say, hey, if
yeah.
you have anything else to sell and all that, but I'm not pursuing that aspect that you're talking about too much.
You
Mostly
might
because,
want you might want to just ask questions.
yeah.
It's a 30 second, it's a 20-second question. Hey,
Oh, no, yeah.
while I'm here,
Yeah.
I'm also wondering if you had this because I'd be interested in buying like pocket knives, jewelry, any old men's watches, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Because
And
because
I
because
don't
sometimes
like,
men's watches like it can be made of gold, Carl. Like,
oh, I know.
right?
Yeah.
Or well, I have some pocket watches here, and you know, just I'm just throwing it out there.
No,
No,
you're
but we have
right.
a whole bagel of a whole basement of these unopened boxes of 1970s Star Wars Legos.
Yeah.
You don't know, man.
You never know. You never know.
You never know. But
You just remind me.
no,
I
I
left
was
my
just
Lego
asking. I was
store.
just I was just asking if you did that. That's all I
I
was.
could have done that. Like I thought about that when I was there, right?
Yeah,
But I'm really, I I have so much stuff. I'm really going after right now specific things, right? Like
yeah. But if you're
but
already there, like,
I understand
dude,
what you're saying.
if you went
Yeah,
there for a bunch of My Little Ponies, which are long term, in your words, long
they're not
term,
the best sellers in the world. They're not.
but
Uh,
you ask a question about old jewelry, and all of a sudden they turn you over a huge box of jewelry, which has happened. I've had it happen
yep.
on more than one occasion. Um, I mean, that could get you. quick sales or even just scrapping the gold or whatever. But
especially if I'm traveling out there anyways,
you're right there, right?
right?
You've
It's
already
like,
made the deal. Don't mention it till you get out there.
yeah,
But oh, this is great. Here's your money for the My Little Ponies. Thank you very much. By the way, I'm interested in other things too. If you while I'm here, I'd be
yeah.
interested in like uh, just jewelry or pocket knives. I kind of have a generic list that I go through, and then we don't really have any of that. Well, even old paintings or anything like that, anything that you know honestly, dude, I got a whole box of these old toys. You know what I mean? You never know what they're gonna have, right?
One of the biggest questions I get is, "What do you buy?" Right, and it is a good idea to have a generic list like that for sure.
But like, dude, I've asked for like I've told this story though, but like old pop signs or pop bottles. I went up in the loft because the guy had the one leg. Remember that guy?
Yeah,
And I pulled out Halloween blow molds for nothing. I think I got all of them for $30 or
I'm
something. It
still
was
pissed off about the 10-cent blow molds you got at the garage sale. ten
Yeah, but
cents.
these were even better. Even if it was $30, they were Halloween. They were the bigger
Yeah,
ones, and these were Halloween and the witch, and like some of these blow molds are 125 bucks just for the blow mold. Um, but I was pulling out crates of pop bottles and pop crates and an old 1950s 60s Pepsi stand with a nice sign on it. And if I didn't ask, nobody else got up there. I do, but I can't get it down because I just got one leg. Well, I'll go up.
I got 2 legs and 2
I got
arms.
two legs and a strong back, man. I'm younger than you. But he was so happy that I brought all this shit down for him, and I was so happy because I bought it all. You know what I
Yep,
mean? So
yep.
you just never know, dude. Um, but I would get into the routine of doing that. But wait till you've paid them. Wait till all this is done, and then spring it on them. You
Yeah,
know, but and always take an extra $500 with you because you
you
know
never know.
you never know, and put it in different compartments. Because if you want to pay 300, but they want 400, just say, well, look, I got 300 here. I'm right here right now. Here's $300. You know, and the other $200 is stuffed away just in case.
Well, you do you. I just
Well,
need to go to the
I
bank
might have
machine.
another 100 in the truck. Let me go check.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh,
if they're bound and bent, or I could run to the bank machine. You go out to your truck. Oh, look, I had another 100 out in the
yeah.
truck.
Yeah. I know. I would never, ever, ever do that.
What? Why? What are you
'Cause it's
talking
not
about?
me. It's not me.
What are you talking about? You're trying to get the best price.
Not all the time.
Like if you want to pay 300, but they want 400, you got to figure out a way to get 300.
Well, yeah, it's just so funny because we're so different. And just
Well,
like
so
because
would you just rather say
the thing that
no
keeps
to
going to my head is this, Scott.
right?
I'm not good on my feet. I think I've mentioned that many a time.
Then
I'm
sit
not
down.
good on my feet.
Then sit down,
Yeah.
Carl. Just say, do you mind if I sit down for a second and we'll discuss this?
I'm analytical. I
Okay.
use calculators. I do zones,
Okay, dude.
right?
Just say just a minute. I have a question for ChatGPT, and then I'll know how to respond.
Well, what's been amazing to me is how many people who are selling are actually using it now.
Yeah. Well, when you
And
said
these
that, I was
people
just like,
were older than me, and I'm
yeah,
not young.
yeah. Well, when you said that they use that, I'm like, that's what popped in my head. How many people are actually using ChatGPT for who knows what? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So that's really good advice. But we might want to cut that part out.
Well, if you feel like editing, go
I
ahead,
don't
but
know.
I
I
don't
don't
care.
know.
No one's listening to this crap, anyways.
Randy's gonna take full
Hey,
advantage of
Randy and Tina,
it. Tina Mac and Siraj are going to be all over this, and your biggest competitor.
go ahead. It took a good year for the website to actually get some results, eh?
Yeah,
Like
but
I
that's
know a year for sure because I had to pay the fees again. It
yeah,
was a year.
yeah. But I
I
mean,
don't know why it's so hot right now.
I don't know. I think you got to take advantage of it, dude.
No,
Ask
I like I said
ask take what I said
it.
from this show, put it
Uh-huh.
into ChatGPT and ask if this is a good idea.
You know what it said?
What?
No, because it
Bullshit.
said, Carol, you're not good on your feet.
It didn't say that at all.
You know
Well,
what?
I
You
don't
know
know
what's
how you
funny
got to
is
be good on your feet though.
You know what's funny though is I'm only kind of half kidding because it
About what?
said about not buying everything because it knows that I'm who I am and I'm not good at listing and actually selling the stuff
It's
sometimes.
just appeasing you.
It is.
Yeah. Dude, I could I this is tough love, dude. I could sit here and appease. Oh, you're right, Carl. Don't ask. Or I could say, buddy, you got to get out there and
No,
hammer that pavement.
it's more interesting that we have different styles, right?
Well, I think that's interesting too. I'm just glad I got the style I have. I'm just glad I'm not with your style. I'm glad I'm me.
So I got a lot of heavy metal magazines
You're
again.
changing the subject. You can't change the subject.
Why not?
Oh
Okay.
my god.
What else? I don't think much else really. Like
I sold a record at the booth for $10.
I put all the ones that are under like 15 under and I hid them underneath the main section because they were all kind of
I probably have about 60% of my records are $10.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
maybe even higher because honestly in the booth probably 80 or 85% are $10 because the ones that are 30 $40 sell quicker than the $10 ones. Although most of mine are rock, like this might been like a Leonard Skinner or something like that, right? Bob Seger. But if I do like a I don't know, like Metallica or Van Halen, like it's going to be higher, right? So, or Prince, I had Prince. That was, I think that was $40, $30.
I think most of the ones we had there are like 20, 25, maybe up to 40,
Yeah.
maybe 45. It's really good. And usually I sell like 3 records a week. Nothing crazy, but they're not mine, eh?
No, I know.
So I don't really want that lower end stuff either
Yeah.
because it takes up room and if it when it finally if it sells, I make like not enough money to even make it worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but John's really good. Like if I tell him to take stuff home, he takes his stuff home. He never fights me on it.
Well, going just kind of stay with prices. My audiobook is done.
Oh,
It's been done for a couple weeks.
yeah.
And ACX, I didn't know what they put, but I went to ChatGPT and I said, how much should I charge for an audiobook? Right? Because I had it professionally done and I really like her style and she was a professional. So she read the book, cost money. ChatGPT told me not to underprice it because a lot of times people buy based on their subscription, so they might not listen to the whole thing. So you don't want to go too low because they're paying per page or something.
Oh,
So
okay.
I let SCX. I just thought they can establish the price or I can put in a price. So I was kind of in the midst of just setting this thing up. So I just kind of put you set the price and it went to $25. And I didn't want to be over $15. I wanted it lower. I was thinking like $5 because it's an audiobook, right? $5, $10 max. And now I can't change it. So now I'm kind of like ticked off. I have to really go in there and try to figure out how to change my price.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes
Because
to
I don't want someone to buy it just to listen to a few pages. I want someone to buy the whole book.
yeah, it's kind of weird, eh?
It was weird. And the way
So
that
was
they
this? So who suggested the price? Was this the company or is this the AI?
well, it said let ACX, which is the company, determine the price. And I just clicked on that. But AI told me not to go too low. They said if you it comes up with this like really fancy like well, this is a great question, Scott. Here is the blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because well, here's where a lot of people go wrong. They price their audiobook way too low. Blah 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 blah. But it said if you price it higher, because people just come in usually and they buy a few pages. Because if you don't do it this way, and I'm like, now I'm kind of like ticked. I had to buy my own copy, and I'm like, I have to buy $25. Like I wasn't happy. You know what I mean?
Even though you're getting a good chunk back. Yeah.
No, I'm not getting a good chunk. I get like 25%
Oh, okay.
because we split it 50-50, and then my 50% is split 50-50 with the person that did it,
Oh, yeah.
right? So I
Yeah.
I think it comes to like $4 or something.
Huh.
But $4 of 20, you know, is less than 50 cents of a million. Like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm
I know
just
what you're saying though, right? Because you might get one sale at 25, or you get 100 sales at 5.
yeah, right? Like cuz I
Yeah.
think a lot of audiobooks are even like 99 cents, but it's
Yeah. That
all about the volume.
ugh. Like that's why I asked if it's AI. Because like I said, we've talked about it before, but I find AI is with pricing, you have to be really careful. Like it's me out the Yahoo. But
But
if it was the company
but it was the
that,
company.
yeah. So
I just asked ChatGPT just to kind of give an idea, right?
yeah.
But like my book is 14.95 because I figured you put everything in it, you're looking at a $20 bill.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't require shipping. You're not even getting anything. You're just
At $5, you're not even thinking about it. You're just like, whatever,
that's
you
what
just
I
buy it,
yeah
right? Like I'm that way with video games. Like sometimes it gets to the price like whatever. I just here's $10, right? What's the worst
yeah.
that's gonna happen?
So that's probably my project Sunday. I'm gonna go in there and try to fix that. But I couldn't. I spent probably an hour trying to figure out where I can go. So I don't know if it
Did
was
you ask ChatGPT how to do
no
it?
no. I just went into ACX and I tried to. It just wouldn't let me get into reset it. So maybe because it was so new, but now
Maybe.
that it's been up for a week or like a couple of weeks, it actually was probably up for about 4 weeks now. Time is just flying.
It,
But
it
anyways,
is.
I got to get in there. I just thought about it as we were talking about prices and stuff. But
Well, you're talking about Star Wars Lego reminds me that I have a Lego uh lightsabers in my car that I don't want to lose because like that's half the value of the figure. And it
yeah,
reminded me of that. It's kind of funny.
yeah.
It's like after this, I'm gonna go grab that. But yeah,
But
bits and pieces.
yeah. So anyway, uh, if anybody wants to buy the audiobook, like I got to lower that price.
Yeah,
That's
that's part of the learning, right?
yeah. I haven't mentioned. I don't think I mentioned the audiobook was done yet on the show.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to get the price lowered. So I'll have to do that this weekend. Oh, such a headache. I hate it because it's just time suck. You
I
know what I
know,
mean?
right?
It's just
Black hole.
so the next time I do the book, I'll an audio book. If I do it through ACX, which my experience was good, it's just very expensive to do. Um, and I'm mid. I just got to work, but I'm midway done with this second book, and I'm gonna do it through 11 Labs. It is not as good as a professional person. I think that's common knowledge, but I think it's good enough to kind of advertise the book and do it free through eBay, YouTube, and I'll promote my other book and do things differently that way. But it's just something that's popped in my head, and I was thinking about it during the week, and I'm just like, it's just going to be a time suck. It's just now I got to go in there and I got to
I
figure
know.
it all out, and probably they're
Anytime
probably
that,
going to say, "Why do you want to change the price?" And then I
yeah,
have to.
all that bureaucratic stuff. It's like,
It's
oh,
just it's going to be insane.
you got to find the secret like sub menus to be able to do it, and
And then do they have to like review that? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Review the changing of something. It's just like so. Anyway, But it's a learning step. It's probably one of those things that takes an hour, and then if I ever want to do it in the future, it's going to take me 2 minutes.
If you remember how to do it. I always
If you
forget.
remember how to
And
do
then it
it.
takes me another hour again. Yeah.
But oh my god. Anyway, yeah. So there it is. But I I I like the result. I think she did a really good job. I mean, there's some phrases that the expression I felt should be different, but that's my point of view as the writer. Somebody else reading it might see it differently, so it's how she saw it. But
Yeah.
um, I think that's going to happen everywhere. Um, but for the most, like I think the story, I think it's better as an audiobook because you don't see the mistakes that I've written. You're just hearing it, and that's the way it's supposed to sound.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, because there was a couple mistakes going through it, not major ones, but ones that stand out to my brain, and now I can't shut them out. So, but I've had nothing but good feedback. Like, I don't think they're just saying it for the sake of it. So I think they're being legit. I asked them to be legit because criticism's going to help more than just saying, "Oh, it's great."
You don't want Chat GPT style. That's a great question, Scott.
No, ChatGPT was actually quite honest with me.
Oh,
Told
yeah.
me where things should, what I should be looking for and all the. I don't know. I thought it was good. Um, but anyway, there it is. That's it. Moving on. Oh, Jamie's back now. So check out his videos.
Yeah, I
Uh,
see he's put out a few. I haven't had a chance to look at them yet, though. But
yeah, I started and then Steph called me away to do something, and then I have to go. I'll have to go back. I never even went back to the TV, but I'll have to go back and check out some of those things. Harry had one up that popped up the other day too, but I'll have to go and watch some of Harry's and get caught up on Harry Humstone as well. We should
yeah,
have it. I think he's retired now, so we got to get him on the
no
show.
excuse. No
Yeah,
excuse.
I'm gonna message him. I talked to him a little bit through Instagram, so we'll get him on. We'll get Jamie on too,
Yep.
and whoever else wants to come on, let us know. But that's about it. That's all I got.
I think that's good.
Oh, what did I get last week yard selling, Carl? I got a nice brook trout on a board.
Yeah.
I got some antlers on a skull for
Yeah.
deer. I got some just shedding antlers. Um, I got turquoise food dogs for $8.
Wow.
Did I mention that last week?
I
No,
don't.
no, that would
You
have
have
been.
found food dogs before, but I don't remember this stuff.
Yeah, no, this is another score on food
Oh,
dogs.
nice.
Yeah. Um, I can't remember everything I bought last week. I know he texted me and asked what if I found any goodies, and I had a real tough time remembering. But I got some Legos, um, Mario Legos.
Yeah.
Um, but I was really happy with the week, but I just can't think of it. You know what I did do is I just took everything because I was picking up an item to take out. I sold something to somebody at work, and through an image that I had on my phone, and I started putting everything that I bought that day into the booth, and it was like 2:30 in the afternoon. Like I'm halfway done, and Anna comes up. She goes, "Scott, why are you putting stuff here on a Saturday after 12 noon?" I didn't even realize what day it was, Carl. I'm just like, oh,
Are you not supposed to do it at that time because the place is busy,
we can
or
go from 10 till noon and then from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
that makes sense?
because everything in the center is like really busy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So she goes, don't make it a habit. She goes, I understand you're working, but she goes, we can't have everybody in here doing this. So
I get that. Like even
yeah,
me on Sundays, like if I sometimes I have like a friend come over and wants to visit. And I said, please do not show up before noon because it's like I'm so busy. And
Yeah.
honestly, the booth between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Yeah.
is just filled with people
Yeah.
browsing, but filled with people. It's not a good time for me to pay attention much to anything else. It's just the way it
I
is.
dude, it was just a day to me. I didn't even
Yeah.
register it was a Saturday. I had a bunch of stuff in my truck and I'm like, I'm just gonna put it in the booth.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway. Uh anything else, Carl?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm going to be playing with My Little Pony after this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That could mean a lot of things.
Well, yeah, right. So what's the word of the week? Oh, we haven't even done the comments.
I was just about to go to comments. Yeah, where are you going?
I don't know.
You're out of control.
Go.
You're thinking about your little pony.
Yeah, I want to get to my little pony. My little pony, my little
All right.
pony.
Well, we just lost all our listeners now.
Yeah, but we gained a bunch of other people. Okay.
I don't know.
Tina Mac. Tina Mac.
All right.
Well, I jinxed myself. Sales have picked up this week. A good jinx. I was just going to ask where Sales is, and he left a comment. Yeah. I talk to him almost every Sunday. He's been busy too. He's being, some responsibilities he's had to deal with. So
we'll have Serge on there too.
Yeah, we'll have Serge on too. Anyone who can do Fridays at like 10 a.m. more than welcome to.
Yeah. Jinx myself, sales have picked up this week. Yeah. So, well, that's a good jinx for sure.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. I have 4 things going out today, and a toner as well. I charge a lot for shipping, but who knows? It might be that expensive. $35.
Where's it going?
It might be that much. You never know. Where's it going?
Like Canada or US?
I'm pretty sure it's Canada. The worst thing is I think this guy asked me a question I never answered a while ago. Calgary.
Oh, that's probably okay.
Oh, I'm not worried. I haven't had it, knock on wood, I haven't had a problem in a bit since that one person who got this thing delivered to the wrong address. I haven't heard from them. You haven't had a block of the week in a while, eh?
I haven't what? Sorry?
You haven't had to do a block of the week. You haven't mentioned having to do a block of the week in a while.
Oh, let me do a block now just to kind of. I don't want to lose the ability to do that. No, I haven't had to block anybody for a bit.
So thank you, Tina. Should we go on to YouTube?
Yeah, thanks, Tina. And over on YouTube, we got Randy, Nova Scotia to Kelt to 5218 regarding the discussion about not wanting to offend anyone. When the seller does not want to give a price and asks what I would pay, I always laugh and say, you shouldn't ask me because I'm cheap and I don't want to offend you. I've said that in different wording, but basically saying like, I don't want to offend you for sure. Then I give them the lowest price I'm willing to pay. Sometimes they say, no, I can't do that. Sometimes they offered $1. I offered $1 and they wanted $5, but we can find a midpoint. Agreeable to both of us. The ones who want 20, well, like you said, they live in an altered state of reality. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at a garage sale, I'm going to do the same thing for sure. It's like, the classic, I can't be the buyer and the seller kind of stuff,
Yeah.
It's your stuff. Like I don't want to come, you need to come up with a price, like in a nice way. Right.
I say that probably almost every Saturday morning, at least once.
Yeah.
It's hard to be both buyer and seller.
Yeah.
Because, well, you tell me, or what's it worth to you? Well, it's hard to be both buyer and seller. And then they just stand there in shock. Like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't really work sometimes.
Right? So,
Eventually, I
and
usually have to say something, but
sometimes it's funny because like you go to a church, like I bought something at a church. I guess it would have been this weekend. I bought an old watch fob, but it looked like they had soldered a gold piece to it and then there was some stamping on it. So I'm like, even if that little piece is gold,
you're willing to
like
take a chance.
it's still like $40. So we'll have to see about that. I'll have to take that in. But it had some stamping on it. I haven't looked with the little eyepiece here. Um and then I bought a metal rose. So somebody had crafted this rose, but it's made of metal and like it looks really good. And then there was a piece of jewelry with a heart and it had 925 on it. We'll make an offer. And I give them $5. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I put $15 on the rose. I put the key fob. I'm gonna see if it's gold. It could be a brass, but I don't. I'm kind of thinking it might be gold, but it's soldered, so it's
kind of weird,
hard to
but you
say.
never know.
But old stuff sometimes can be gold too. Um, but I think I'll put like $15 on the necklace. It's 925, nice little heart. So
Yeah,
chain necklace. So um probably $15 on that. So I offer $5. You know, if they want to go higher, then they can tell me. But you know,
you never know, right? Like when we were talking, I might have been talking about like for me, it's a little different with the website because on there I say I'll send you an offer, right? I'm I'm very direct because and sometimes people usually like for the My Little Pony they actually did say a price, but it was way too high.
but it
Uh,
was what? Sorry.
it was way too high. It was like
Oh,
retail, like what I would have gotten per
yeah,
pony, but I ignored that and I did write something that said, I know you're hoping to get this, but here's my offer, and it's because of this, blah blah blah. And they took my offer, and that was easy. But it's different when you're at a garage sale. Like at a garage sale, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna get out my calculator at the garage sale, right?
no, no. Well,
If
just don't forget about yard sales, Carl, because you get your best prices.
if I didn't have a basement full, one of the reasons I want to do the My Little Pony right now is so that they don't get put like they're in a cool bag. They're in a My Little Pony bag, a duffel bag, uh, which is kind of cool, but it's in really poor condition.
Yeah,
Uh, but anyways, I don't want to put that bag somewhere in this basement and then they sit for 20 years. You know what I
right.
mean? That's so tempting.
Yeah,
For the heavy metal magazines, I got some good ones. Like I got a first issue in there. Uh, and there's another issue that's worth good money, and then the rest are okay, and then there's the ones that will be duplicates for the market. So I'm not sure. I might lower the prices I have on that stuff in the market because it was kind of feeling it out. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's a little hard to when I put the heavy metal magazines I already have at the market. I got those cheap, like much less than I paid this guy, right? And they've been selling, but not at a huge rate. So if I have duplicates, I might, if I have something like for $15 there, I might drop it down to 8, just because I'm getting. It's hard to display the heavy metal magazines without taking up too much prime room. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I gotta change stuff up like that because like the laser disc, for example, were great. They're amazing, but now I'm stuck with the leftovers, and they're taking up a huge 8 foot across at the back of the booth in a bad position. But still, it's a no use having them out if they're not going to sell, right? So I have to make some like my booth is pretty filled in terms of like surface area, but I have room like in the bookcases. But that bookcases can be like the lower ones to the floor. It's kind of hard to figure out what to put in there because it's such a bad position. You know what I mean?
yeah. But it's yeah, Can you remove the shelves
Yeah, I could.
on the like on the bottom?
Yeah,
Yeah, so put something big in there.
yeah, I could do that. But
Or put a tote, put like get a long tote or so like you could put your dog your plush down
they're
there.
already there.
Oh,
They're everywhere at the bottom of things. Where
yeah.
I don't like doing that too much though, because like then they just sit there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
I
easy, but not.
something colorful or something too, or
Yeah,
something that
yeah.
stands out.
That will be my next month. Is kind of rejigging that around a bit.
Yeah, I just don't know what you have down like to put there, so it's hard to suggest anything. But
Yeah, like I
um,
have the hockey trophies and stuff like that down there, right?
do
You know
people
what?
buy? Do people buy hockey trophies? Oh, those! Oh,
The
those
Stanley Cup things. Yeah,
Stanley Cup things.
yeah. I've sold some to another dealer, but also some customers. But you know, they're
Because
not in a
online,
prime spot. That's for
there was
sure.
a time when trophies were big
Yeah.
online. I don't, are they still?
Well, this one sold for 20. I don't know if that's big or not, but
No, no. I'm talking like say somebody won a trophy for dirt bike racing.
really, people were buying other people's trophies.
I think they because trophies are so expensive brand new, I think they were just reusing them and putting a different
Oh,
plate. That's what I
oh.
think. Let me see.
Rip off the
Um,
kid's name and put another kid's name on there.
yeah,
Yeah, it
right.
kind of makes sense, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Um, let's try hot dirt bike trophy.
Hmm.
Let's see. Like yeah, yeah, they're up there. So I don't know what they're doing them for, using them for, but they're using. So this one's got a lot of five for $75
That's a lot.
for five. A lot of four for $65. Um, so oh, and some of the people are just selling the metal toppers,
Okay.
trophy toppers, motocross, dirt bike, memorabilia, $40 for eight. 16 for 31. So they don't, I guess maybe they come, but these are just dirt bikes. And there's a girl in a thong on a dirt bike. That's just a image. So, oh, there's a vintage one for, but it's got the older dirt bike on it. So it's not the, like the
Yeah.
motocross we kind of see now. It's the older one that almost looks combination between road bike and dirt bike. $82 on the older ones. So some of the people are probably just collecting. Oh, vintage silver AMA motorcycle trophy,
Enemy.
$200. It's not that big either. So probably the older ones are more collectible, and maybe the newer eight. Yeah, there's one 1950 60 motorcycle,
Well, that makes sense, right? Like,
$90.
yeah, at some point you're getting into the away from the rip off the name, put a new name on, like practicality to like collectibles itself, right?
And these are metal. This one's saying metal, no plastics, 125. So there are variables, I guess, that make it more like age, whether it's metal or plastic, and obviously probably the genre.
Yeah.
But huh, that's just motocross. I haven't looked up hockey or
No, no,
car
that's still
racing or anything. But
interesting. Interesting.
yeah, yeah, 172, the 1940 motorcycle trophy, 9 inches tall, heavy. And that's an auction, 172. So you probably get at least 200 on a. I don't know why they auction that stuff off, but huh. Either there's a collector for just about anything, eh, Carl?
There is.
Like it's insane. But all right, trophies. There you go. Let's see bowling. This is a real sleeper of a subject. Bowling trophy.
How about curling? Let's do curling next.
Uh, 13, 34. 16, 119. Bakelite bowling trophy, 1953. Well, it's probably not Bakelite if it's 1953, but they're calling it Bakelite. 130, 1969 championship marble team award, 27 inch, $130.
These are askings you're looking at, though, right?
No, dude. Whenever I
Also,
talk about things, these are solds.
oh
I'm not like a rookie.
wow.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Wow.
They're asking $5,000, Carl. Let's go sell it.
I'm just bitter because that's usually what I'm dealing with a lot.
Yeah. It's just instincted.
Hey, are you looking at solds? But it's true though. That's the thing.
It is true. But
even other resellers sometimes is like, I see this listed for this. It's like, is that solds?
yeah, don't waste my time with the asking.
Yeah, you're not tricking me here.
There's a replica Vince Lombardi trophy, 22 inch, $110. 2009. All right, there we go. That's it. That's all we got.
I think that's enough.
When we're looking at bowling trophies for sale.
Hey, we got another hour and a bit out of this. It's been over a year.
Yeah. Well, dude, honestly though, like there is some good ones for good money, like $137 for one here, but it's it's like everything else. There's variables involved for the good prices, but I mean, once you look at a couple, you'll quickly realize like they're very distinguishable from the regular, right? So there you go. Oh wait, there's a bowling. I see baseball. There's assorted sports trophies, 80s, 90s. What do we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $35 for 6. But I mean, you could probably go to a house and you could probably pick them up for nothing. You know what I mean? Like those are just plastic trophies, and you can throw 6 in a lot for $40. You know.
How long have we been doing this podcast? Speaking of something different, because we're like at 131. Have we been doing this for 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
Oh my god! I think we were like just after our first year, but we're like at 131, and there's only 52 weeks in a year. So, wow.
Yeah, this will be
I'm
our
impressed.
Third year.
Yeah, I think we gained like 5 subs. That's pretty good.
Well, we lost 4.
Did we? Awesome. Okay.
But
well, thank you for the people who listen.
Yes, very, very thankful. For sure. There's a 2026 life-size replica, 22-inch Vince Lombardi trophy, $165. Has 2026 happened yet for football?
Dude.
Well, the Super Bowl would have taken place, I guess, in February, but that's for 2025 season. That's
my
really,
eyes are glazing over at this point.
All right, dude.
Sports, go sports.
All right.
All
right, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you.
We could do one thank you for all our subscribers.
If we could.
And it would take about 2 minutes to thank everybody individually.
Well, I appreciate it.
All right. That's all I got.
Sounds good.
All right. Good luck with picking and selling, everyone.
Yep. And goodbye, everyone.